Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Last time we talked about time events. We encountered what I still believe is a bug of some sort where it wasn't working properly. I then tried a bunch of troubleshooting, finally got it working. And yeah, seems like all the bugs just went away on their own. At the end of the last video, it was a clear see-through kind of background. There was 3 or 4 components of this RGB code. I ended up bringing back, what was it? The project.meta and some other, I think example.meta also I brought back. Project.meta I brought back because it apparently contains my background information and that's where it's stored. So I kept that. So we're getting back on the right track. In this video, we're going to be talking about transitions. So transitions allow you to customize the way scenes transition from one scene to another. Transitions is an animation performed at the beginning of the scene, and it can be modified, or can modify the content of both the current and previous scene. So before we start, we need to make sure our project contains at least 2 scenes. In this example, we prepared the first scene and the second scene and configured our project to display one after another. We'll be setting up our transitions in the second scene. So let's actually copy what they did over here. So we have scenes, and I can delete this. I'll delete both of them. Actually, I'll stop it and then I'll continue, or else we're going to remake it. And then we have new file, first scene.tsx, and then new file .tsx. Second scene is this. It didn't show me everything. Okay. So let's see if you remember this. Const. Oh geez. You go to my example. I'll just copy these two. Okay, so we have import make 2D scene, which is right there. View, add. You're supposed to add some sort of node. Slide direction, or transition. We'll figure out where that goes. And then direction left. Wait for. Okay. So this is supposed to first scene, second scene, first scene, second scene. If we look at the source code for this, let's see. So there's the first scene. Okay. And then we have transitions second. Just gonna copy that right there. Okay. Go into motion canvas. Let's start this up now. Okay. And it's not working. So if we go to project.meta, nope. Projects.ts, you can see in a list of scenes that we have. So first one is first scene. Nope, I want first scene, SCENE. I want this to be called first scene. Cannot resolve this. Does it exist? So let's rerun. And there's our first scene. Perfect. Then what happens if we do the second scene? And the only reason I know some of the locations is because I did try to experiment before starting this series, trying to figure out how does everything go together. Didn't really go too well, hence we're making these videos, starting from the beginning. Motion canvas comes with a lot of transitions. Use them, yield the transition generated at the beginning of the new scene. So if we actually look at the first scene, actually no, let's look at the second scene. So we're creating a rectangle, we're creating text. There's our rectangle, there's our text. It says second scene. Slide transition. Okay, and we're going to the left. Wait for 0.4 seconds and then do all the fun stuff. First scene, we just wait for 1 second. So let's see if was that enough to get something working. Oh. Okay. So I can see my first scene. I can see my second scene. That's awesome. Okay. So we have the first scene. So if I get rid of this yield. Okay, so that part right there just does the fun, oh yeah, it puts it back to the first scene. So we don't really need that. So we run the first scene, we wait for a second, then we do the slide transition from the left to the right. What if I don't do that? It just automatically does the next scene. Okay. Make sure to add nodes to the view before yielding the transition generator. Otherwise, your scene will remain empty until the transition ends. Slide transitions. You can do it from direction or origin. Okay. So this is where the direction. Okay. So I can actually say I want this transition to take 10 seconds. Cool. So slide transition, zoom in transition. So it performs a transition that zooms in on a given area of the scene. Let's see if we can try this. What's a B box? I don't know. And then zoom out transition, fade transition, wait transition, so it waits for a few seconds and then does something. You can also do custom transitions. The current context, previous context, and how to end it. So this would be our own custom slide transition. Use scene to get the real size, position, previous position, current position, and transmission. Getting the current scene information. Okay. Animate when transitioning. By default, motion canvas will transition to the next scene once the generator of the current scene has reached the end. In this case, the scene will freeze for the duration of the transition. You can use the finish scene function to trigger the transition early, allowing the animation to continue while transitioning. Okay. Okay, so it might be like you have a bouncing ball and you want to see the bouncing ball move off the screen. Maybe that would work. Oh, we're back into main events. Okay, so let's take a look at this more. Yeah, let's go 1 second. Boom. Let's go 0.01 second. Boom. 0.1. Boom. We can leave it the way it is. I actually like, let's go 3 seconds. Direction up. Oh, top. That could be kind of cool. Coming from the top. And then we're filling the text. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's take a look at, I think zooming in might be interesting. Okay, so this was like the actual code for motion canvas, not how to use it properly. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. I want to replace slide transition for transition area. Oh, what? Oh, I see what I did. I copied it. Copied a little bit more than I should have. Okay. And then the area. What's a B box? Properties. Doesn't really say what a B box is. Let's see if we can search B box. Constructor, fine. Yeah, doesn't really say what a B box is. But maybe I want to zoom in on the text. Does that count? No, it does not. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Just figure out again what a B box is. And then I can get that working. Fade transition. So that seems like an easy one to learn more about. So if I go to, so if I save this, okay, that does pretty much what you'd expect it to. Weight transition. Then custom. Okay, okay. I think we got a good understanding now. So thank you for following on my motion canvas journey to learn more about motion canvas and sharing it with all you guys. Today we talked about transitions and how you get from one scene to another. Remember that you'd go to your project.ts. They don't really talk about that in here. They just said, hey, make 2 scenes, and without actually talking about project.ts. So maybe the documentation should be updated more. I just knew this because I went exploring one day off camera. But yeah, so that's how you get your multiple scenes. Cool. Is there yeah. So thanks for watching. In the next video we will continue with moving the camera. So that'll be exciting. Until then, talk to you later. Bye.